Good morning, Rebels. Today is Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023, and this is Rebel TV.
Good morning, Rebels. My name is Rojan, and I'm a sophomore at Savanna. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Rebels, reminder that tomorrow on Thursday will be late start. Zero period starts at 7:17 a.m. and first period starts at 9:20 a.m. Thank you, Rebels, and don't be late.
Rebels, our next Saturday Academy is this Saturday, May 6th. Saturday Academy is for all students. However, this is an opportunity for students with one or more days of excused or unexcused absences to get attendance credit for attending. The program runs from 8 a.m. to noon, and a sack lunch will be provided for any students who would like one. Please sign up using this QR code or look for the link in your email. Registration is first come, first served, so don't hesitate.
Attention class of 2023, going to college in the fall but still trying to figure out how to pay for it? Stop by Mr. White's room, 56 today, at lunch for information about scholarships. See you there.
Hey Rebels! Teacher Appreciation Week is right around the corner. Do you have a teacher you would like to highlight in next week's Rebel TV segment? Look for the link in your email or scan this QR code to send a message to your favorite teacher.
Attention juniors and seniors, prom is just around the corner, and it's now time to nominate our junior and senior prom courts. Please refer to your school email for the link or scan the appropriate QR code to nominate the princes and princesses for prom 2023. Hurry, the deadline to nominate is by Friday, May 5th by 3:30 p.m. And don't forget, there's no self-promoting for nomination.
Seniors, are you a future Fullerton Hornet? If so, make sure you sign up for the Future Hornet celebration on Wednesday, May 3rd. At this event, you will learn about the opportunities Fullerton colleges offer you. Look for the link in the email from Miss Lee to sign up.
Attention class of 2023. If you're a senior planning on attending Cypress College in the fall, don't forget to sign up for the Comet to Cypress event on Thursday, May 4th. During this event, students will sign their agreement to receive 2 years of free tuition. Look for the email from Ms. Lee for the link to RSVP.
Savannah's Military Club meets today in room 56 during lunch. The club is hosting a field trip this Friday, May 5th to the National Guard Armory 40th Infantry Division in Los Alamitos. Anyone interested in attending should pick up a permission slip from Mr. White in room 56. The trip is open to all students, but is limited to the first 20 that turn in the permission slips.
Hello students, just in case some of you did not know, May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So today we are going to be talking to you a little bit about mental health. So this year's Mental Health Awareness Month campaign is actually going to focus on our environment and our communities, specifically how our environments and our communities can impact our mental health.
Now we are going to watch a quick video on what mental health is.
Hey, what's up? I'm Alex. I want to talk about mental health, which we're starting to discuss more in our communities. It's our emotional well-being and impacts our everyday life, how we feel, how we interact with others, even how we think and view things. Our general wellness is connected, so your mental health can influence physical health. Mental health is how you handle experiences in your life, how you cope with everything and take care of your mind and your emotions. Just like you can have physical challenges, you can have mental health challenges, and you need to get help if you're struggling with either. You can't heal a broken foot on your own, you feel me? So you shouldn't have to deal with your emotional ups and downs alone. There is support out there for everyone. Mental health is kind of like a cycle. One day you feel good, you know. Sometimes you might be stressed and overwhelmed about how to deal with stuff. And other times you might feel stuck and challenged, like struggling with something bigger than what you can manage. That might lead to a mental health crisis. Throughout our lives, our mental wellness can change based on what we're going through. Mental health challenges don't have a single cause. It could be your experiences or the chemistry of your brain. What's most important is that you take care of yourself. No matter how you're feeling, there is help for you. I've had my own mental health challenges. I want to share my story with you because I wish I'd reached out for help earlier than I did. I was always feeling low, tired, and noticed that I was getting irritated and angrier. I started sleeping more to try to forget about how I was feeling. I kind of knew something was wrong because I couldn't shake it. I'd been facing more stress than normal, but I come from an immigrant family. Everyone holds me to really high standards. I felt like there's no room for mistakes or struggles. I didn't want to reach out because I didn't want anyone to think I was weak or crazy. There was also a language difference. I didn't even know where to start. I wanted someone that looked or talked like me to understand. I felt so uncomfortable and lost. I finally talked to one of my friends who went through something similar. She told me about the differences between seeking a professional versus talking to family and friends. She said her therapist walked her through everything, like you can get better by doing this, and will continue to, like monitor how you feel. I decided to go to a community center first. It made me feel less alone to find a community of people I related to, and made me feel more comfortable with going to therapy in the future if I ever have problems again. There are so many ways that people can take care of themselves. Most people have their own struggles at some point. You might experience physical or emotional changes or changes in your routine. You know yourself best, so pay attention when you're feeling off or different. It's okay not to be okay right now. We encourage you to talk about your feelings, even if you're facing more stress than normal and want to vent. You can learn ways to cope. You can find out how to take better care of yourself, and you can feel better both mentally and physically. Everyone needs a little support sometimes. You can choose what's most comfortable for you in your situation. Talking has a way of making people feel better, of giving us a sense of relief. And if there's something a little more serious going on, there are things you can do to feel better. Just don't try to do it alone because you're not alone. Reach out. It's worth a try.
Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about what mental health is, and you guys watched that awesome video, we wanted to talk about how mental health exists on a spectrum. So mental health includes being mentally healthy and then also maybe struggling with some mental illness as well. So over here on the green side, this is, your maximum mental health. So you have your normal ups and downs, you're happy sometimes you're sad, but overall you're physically well, you're pretty consistent with school, with your sports, with any other obligations you might have, and you're able to be physically active and also socially active as well. Over in the yellow, we have some minimal mental health struggles. So this might be some nervousness, irritability, sadness, feeling overwhelmed. It can also include trouble sleeping, feeling some low energy, tiredness, and maybe some decreased physical and social activity. So here you're still pretty healthy, but maybe, you're struggling a little bit. Over in the orange area, this is a little bit more so focusing on like anxiety, overwhelming sadness, hopelessness, poor performance and concentration. Maybe you're struggling to focus in your class because you're constantly worried or sad, having a constant negative attitude, or maybe now you've even started to avoid social situations or you've started to isolate from your friends. Over here in the red, this is where we have the maximum mental illness. And this can be overwhelming anxiety, easily angered, depressed mood, suicidal thoughts, exhaustion, physical illness, maybe being unable to perform tasks or control your behavior. So this can be something like you feel like you genuinely can't get out of bed in the morning to come to school, or you have trouble focusing to even do your homework, right? It also includes isolation and avoiding social events. So over on this end, this would be the things that we see with like anxiety or depression. So as you can see, mental health exists on a big spectrum from mental health, mentally healthy, and then also struggling with mental illness.
It is important that you are aware of how poor mental health may alter your thinking, mood, and behaviors. Some examples of cognitive symptoms can make you feel exhausted, overwhelmed, stressed, and can even affect your concentration. Our body and minds are not separate, so as a result of depression, anxiety, or other disorders, you can experience physical symptoms such as rapid heartbeat, tingling and numbness in fingers, trouble breathing, sweating, tightness in chest, and inclusive low energy. Along with experiencing physical symptoms, it can impair you by avoiding anything that provokes anxiety, engaging in aggression, verbal abuse, and defiancy. Last but not least, also engaging in using alcohol or drugs.
Another thing that we wanted to bring up is the importance of finding somewhere that is a mentally healthy space for you. So, what is mental wellness and what is a safe space? So, it's important to be able to identify and find a safe place both at home and in your community and at school, right? So, a safe place can be somewhere like the counselor's office or the social worker's office here at school, maybe the main office if you are asking for assistance, or the nurse. It can also be as simple as your room or a place in your house where you feel peaceful and safe. It could be maybe even a friend's house if you're able to go over and hang out with your friend and you feel like that's a safe space for you to be yourself, right? So it's somewhere you can feel safe and comfortable, but it's also somewhere where you can express your emotions and thoughts without being judged, and where you can help cope with your stress and anxiety in a healthy way.
Here are some examples of how our environment can affect our mental health. For example, being in a toxic relationship can increase the feelings of sadness, emotionally drained, helplessness, and insecurity. Another example can be community violence. When we do not feel safe in our communities, it can cause worry, anxiety, overthinking, and fear. While this is out of our control, it is important to acknowledge how our environment affects us.
So, talking about taking control of your environment. So, there are going to be a lot of things that are out of your control. Things like what other people believe about you, other people's opinion, what people post online, traffic, other people's actions, their feelings. And while this is all very frustrating, there are also a lot of things that are inside of your control. So, things like your opinions, the words that you tell yourself, what you do, what you eat, who you hang out with, setting up your boundaries. When we're able to focus on controlling what's in our control, it does help a lot with relieving that anxiety and stress. So, little changes to your environment can help you mentally. So, these can include adding some calming music, um, surrounding yourself with supportive friends, stepping away from your environment. So if, maybe there's a lot of fighting or arguing, giving yourself time to go take a walk outside or to listen to music maybe in your room. Doing self-care, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're drinking enough water, getting enough sleep. And of course, you can always get help if it becomes too much. Understanding what is and is not in your control can help you better attend to your mental health. So the discussion question that we wanted you guys to think about is, how does your environment affect your mental health? So please take a few minutes to discuss this amongst your classmates. Teachers, at this time, please pause the video and allow for a discussion, and then resume once your class has concluded their discussion.
Now that you have discussed with your peers how your environment affects your mental health, it is important that you know where to ask for help. Student, please take a moment to look at the listed hotlines. Should you need any help, you can seek help through your administrators, counselors, social worker, teachers, and FACES. These numbers can also be found by asking your school social worker or counselor. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed the presentation. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's all for today, Rebels. Have a well-being Wednesday.